Welcome to SmackDown. And kicking off action, we have Walter in action up against Hurricane. And what a way to kick off SmackDown. This is with Walter returning back to in-ring action after a bit of a break. We've not seen him in a while. We've not seen a Hurricane in a while either. You gotta say, Walter is the favourite for this match, but Walter looking to pick up some momentum heading towards its pay-per-view, which is Payback, which is going to be happening after this SmackDown. We have quite an amazing card going on that pay-per-view. Let's get this match up underway. And here comes the Hurricane. He's not had the greatest run of things in WWE recently. He made his way over to Raw when Kane returned to Raw. We've not seen Kane in a while, but was chokeslammed by Kane. Picked up a few losses here on SmackDown. He's looking to rewrite those losses and get a win, which will be a massive victory over Walter, you've got to imagine, if he gets a victory here tonight. But personally, I don't see it happening. Let's get this match up underway and see if Walter will dominate the Hurricane, or a Hurricane will have a dramatic comeback, or maybe pick up a shot victory here tonight. And away we go. Walter taking on Hurricane. And Hurricane, I'm not sure this is the right man to be cocky against, because that will happen. Walter just a huge boot right to the face of the Hurricane, almost kicking the mask off the face of the Hurricane there. And now Walter just raining down some rapid stomps to the chest there. And Walter just standing over the Hurricane now. Get to the midsection, a massive chop to the chest. Looking for another chop, but Hurricane fighting back a chop of his own. Looking for that huge knee, but Walter with a huge kick right to the face. And now Walter just launching Hurricane across the ring. Gotta give Hurricane props for trying here tonight. But a German suplex by Walter. And Walter's rolling here. And a knee dancing across the face. Now Walter just looking to use his strength here. A gut wrench. Just a gut wrench throw there by Walter, and Walter now is looking for now some knees right to the face there of Hurricane. Hurricane is not in a good way here. Already in this matchup, it's not been quite that long since the matchup started. But Walter just showcasing his dominance and why he's going to be a threat here on SmackDown for any champion. Walter, now what's he thinking here? Walter into the corner. Walter comes running in with a huge boot again right across the face. Walter perhaps thinking that's it, Hurricane could be out cold here, but a rope break called by the referee. A good call there from the ref. Hurricane's foot was underneath the rope. Hurricane looking for, gets a reversal, gets a net breaker there, taking down Gunther. Oh, Walter, sorry. Now raining down the rights across the face, and again raining down the rights. This is smart from Hurricane, taking down Walter here. And Walter all gone from everyone calling by. I go by Walter due to what he was called on the UK scene. That's what I'm used to. But a splash there, but Walter misses the kick and a chop right across the chest, and now Hurricane with the combination strikes. Walter with the huge boot. This matchup, I think it's coming towards its close anytime soon. But Walter looking for a slam maybe there. But Hurricane out of the way. Hurricane now. Eye after Hurricane into the pinfall. Is that going to be it? Hurricane with a 2 count. I'm going to imagine if a Hurricane can somehow pull up the vertebrae here up against Walter, he could get the victory. Hurricane calling for the ending maybe here. Hurricane now, Walter to his feet. Looking for the vertebrae. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Slams down. Walter into the pinfall. But Walter at 2.5. The vertebrae put away so many people in WWE. It's one of the most dangerous maneuvers who can perform, one of the most impactful. And Hurricane now just looking to get the crowd behind him. It's a crowd chanting, "You're not worthy." Hurricane now taking his eyes off the prize on Walter, just with that vicious drop kick. Man that says Walter should not be able to fly through the air like that, and Walter now clothesline or lariat, whatever you want to call it, taking out the Hurricane. But only a 2 count for Walter there. I think Walter's thinking about putting this one away here. He's going to look for the powerbomb or the rear naked choke. Walter now. I think he's just trying to get Hurricane into the middle of the ring, so rope break is not going to be an issue this time. Hurricane again trying to fight back here. And again, Walter just with that huge kick right across the face. I think this matchup could be over. Walter now. Back in 4. A powerbomb middle of the ring. Now Walter. Back in 4. The rear naked choke here. He's going to make the Hurricane pass out. Is Hurricane going to pass out here? Yes, he is. Hurricane passes out and Walter picks up the victory here on SmackDown to kick off the show. And this man is going to be a threat. I won't be surprised if he's going to come after either the RC champion Dominic Dijakovic, sorry, or maybe Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, after Payback. Gotta wait to see what's in the future for Walter. But Hurricane, you know, he got his magnificent here. He almost got a victory here with a vertebreaker. I think that took everything out of him to pull off though, but you can see the clothesline there almost taking out the Hurricane. Then a powerbomb into the rear naked choke, the most deadliest combo in my opinion in WWE right now. Winding your opponent and choking them out. Walter picks up the victory to kick off SmackDown. We'll continue SmackDown with the honorary member of the Bloodline, Sami Zayn, making his way to the ring here. Now Sami Zayn has tweeted and called out Goldberg here tonight, not for a matchup, to just warn him about going after Roman Reigns, just to guide him away from going after Roman and the Bloodline. And let's see if Goldberg's going to answer the call from Sami Zayn. And maybe Goldberg, if he heeds the warning of Sami Zayn, or maybe he has a warning of his own for Sami Zayn to pass into Roman Reigns. Oh, it looks like Goldberg is going to be answering the call here of Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn hyping himself up in the ring here, maybe regretting his decision here. Gotta wonder what part Roman Reigns has played in this, the leader of the Bloodline, the Tribal Chief, as Goldberg makes his way here. Obviously Goldberg returned at SummerSlam, taking out Roman Reigns. And then in the last episode of SmackDown, he took on Brian Kendrick, who he absolutely annihilated, and then Sami Zayn attacked Goldberg from behind it, a top rope brainbuster on Goldberg, leaving him knocked out in the middle of the ring. So maybe Sami Zayn called him out for a chat here tonight. Maybe it wasn't the wisest idea after last week, but it's Sami Zayn. And what do you expect? Goldberg is coming to the ring here, and Goldberg does not look like a man who wants to chat. That's one thing I'm getting from Goldberg right now. He looks like a man who's ready for a fight. And well, let's see if he's going to take the fight to Sami Zayn, or maybe they're going to have a nice little chat. Let's find out. Oh, Sami Zayn and Goldberg having a chat. I think Sami Zayn has just passed the warning on, but I think Goldberg is listening. Now Sami Zayn just telling Goldberg to bring it. Goldberg with a clothesline. Goldberg now with a bulldog to Sami Zayn. This is not wise from Sami to anger Goldberg, as he just runs him with his shoulders there into the midsection, follows up with a drop kick. Now Goldberg think about putting this one, well, not putting this one away, it's not a matchup, but sending a message to the Bloodline and Sami Zayn with a spear right for the chest. Sami Zayn. I don't think Goldberg is finished. Goldberg wants to send one last message to Roman Reigns, as Goldberg now is looking to hoist up Sami and drop him with a jackhammer. I guess message sent to the Bloodline by Goldberg. Crouch out one more time here, and I don't think Sami Zayn is going to be too happy with the crowd, as Goldberg lining up another spear here to Sami Zayn. Sami's has got a mash-up later tonight, and Sami is wiped out in the middle of the ring. A message sent by Goldberg to the Bloodline. And well, after the message from Goldberg to the Bloodline, Pete Dunne is action up against Cameron Grimes. Now Pete Dunne will be taking on The Fiend at Payback in a 4s count NAO match, which should be the first match of part 1 of Payback, which will be As you imagine, a brutal and physical match as Pete Dunne is not backing down from the Fiend. He sent a message to Bray Wyatt, he sent a message to the Fiend, and tonight he's going to look to send his final message before Payback in this matchup versus Cameron Grimes. Let's get Cameron Grimes out here and get this matchup underway. Now, Cameron Grimes has been in a few matches here on SmackDown. Has looked impressive in the matches he's been in, but tonight he's taking on a fired up, an angry and determined Pete Dunne. You know, imagine Pete Dunne's going to do absolutely anything he can to get the victory here tonight against Cameron Grimes, so he can send that final message to Bray Wyatt and the Fiend before Payback. And maybe just getting ahead of Bray Wyatt a little bit if you can, but I get the feeling that being in ahead of Bray Wyatt is not a place where you want to be. Let's get this matchup underway. And then we got Pete Dunne versus Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes running in with that huge shot there, but Pete Dunne getting the reversal down, finding out some forearms of his own there. Now Pete Dunne. Kick to the back as Cameron Grimes is getting ready to get up there, and a stomp to the back of the head. Pete Dunne now getting... Now Bray Wyatt has said that Pete Dunne has got untapped potential, that Pete Dunne should just allow all just the anger, all the brutality that he has inside him out in the ring, and he could be a formidable opponent. He could be a world champion here in WWE. Which is what Bray Wyatt is looking to get out of Pete Dunne. Just unleash the anger, unleash, I guess, the evil in Pete Dunne. You gotta imagine, there's not much, like, watching Pete Dunne in the ring, you gotta imagine that he doesn't really hold back. Like, watching Pete Dunne in ring action, especially when he's in a mood like this, it doesn't look like he holds back. But Bray Wyatt says that Pete Dunne does hold back, which is interesting. Maybe Bray Wyatt believes, and we know he believes, that Pete Dunne could be more vicious, could be more just be more dangerous in the ring than he already is, which is a scary thought when you think about it, with how dominant Pete Dunne has been in WWE and down in NXT. Now Pete Dunne, what's he thinking now? Pete Dunne looking for a back suplex, dropping Cameron Grimes right across his neck, and Pete Dunne just getting fired up there. A couple of minutes into this matchup here, and Pete Dunne in control of this one. Cameron Grimes taking his time to get up here. Cameron Grimes though, Pete Dunne misses the punch there, pulled up a bit short, and now Pete Dunne just screaming there out of anger. The super kick from Cameron Grimes. And Cameron Grimes looking for the ground and pound here. So Cameron Grimes is not going to just let Pete Dunne walk over him. This is Cameron Grimes' opportunity again to show what he can do on the main roster, as he gets a couple of kicks in here, and again looking for a super kick, but Pete Dunne got the block up early. And a chop block there by Pete Dunne, smartly done there, but Cameron Grimes dodging the attempted manoeuvres there by Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne again gets a block up, and a huge roundhouse kick right across the head. Now Pete Dunne looking for a drop kick to the back of the neck, and he gets it. Pete Dunne now is thinking here, again just some more kicks to the side of the face there, and again those double foot stomp. Runs him with a huge penalty kick right to the face there. Now Pete Dunne, what's he looking for here? Hoisting up Cameron Grimes and plants him down into an armbar. Here. Pete Dunne, no, Cameron Grimes just sitting out of it. Pete Dunne still got in control of this, and Pete Dunne now looking to just snap the arm here, maybe looking to break the fingers and the arm here of Cameron Grimes. Let's look at the torture that he's putting him in. He snaps the arm there. The crowd chanting behind Pete Dunne here, as Pete Dunne with the X-Plex to Cameron Grimes into the pinfall. 1, 2, and Cameron Grimes gets the shoulders up here. Now Pete Dunne is looking for these rapid fire curb stomps to the chest. I saw water pulleys off earlier tonight. Now Pete Dunne, what's he thinking? A triangle armbar here. Whacking in the triangle armbar on Cameron Grimes. Maybe looking to make him pass out here. Cameron Grimes got enough to get out of this. Pete Dunne is going to get... No, he's not. I don't think he's going to be able to get this, as Cameron Grimes is fighting out of it. Just enough to lift him and slam him down to break the hold. And Cameron Grimes now ringing, looking for an impressive manoeuvre, but Pete Dunne doing his homework and backing up slightly there. And Cameron Grimes now launches Pete Dunne into the corner. Follows up with a double axe handle. Cameron Grimes now. Maybe thinking round 2. Cameron Grimes calling for the ending here, but Pete Dunne caught the legs and just stomped to the midsection. And Pete Dunne now with a kick to the back again. Pete Dunne now with double foot stomp to the arm. He tried to break early. If it's not broken, it could be now. Pete Dunne just dropping all his weight down on the arm, and Pete Dunne now looking for a bitter end middle of the ring. But Pete Dunne is not done there. Pete Dunne looking for the Dragon Sleeper here, sending a message to Bray Wyatt, but I think Cameron Grimes got the rope break. I'm not too sure about that, but the referee just broke the hold. Pete Dunne no. Pete Dunne, however, locking it back in here. Pete Dunne locking it in here. Nowhere for Cameron Grimes to go. Is this going to be it? Pete Dunne forces Grimes to tap out before he passes out. And Pete Dunne gets the victory before taking on The Fiend in a 4 count anywhere match at Payback. What matchup that's going to be. What a performance by Pete Dunne. Cameron Grimes never really got going in this match. Pete Dunne just kept the control, kept it in big manoeuvres, and just kept wiping out any offense that Cameron Grimes had before he could get going in this one. Cameron Grimes went for the mover there, but Pete Dunne slightly moved out the way there, all sides to the side, got it done, and a bitter end into the Dragon Sleeper, and Pete Dunne picks up the victory before Payback. Oh, I don't think Pete Dunne should turn around right now as The Fiend is in the ring. I'm not sure where The Fiend has come from. As I mentioned, Pete Dunne is not going to back down from The Fiend. Not sure how wise this is though. Bray Wyatt, The Fiend in the ring, and a huge uppercut there. Usually takes down competitors, but Pete Dunne stayed standing. But Bray Wyatt, or The Fiend, whatever you want to call him, now raining down the headbutts. And Bray now, The Fiend runs him with a huge boot right across the face. Pete Dunne's just been in a matchup with Cameron Grimes, obviously. The referee getting in the way of The Fiend. I'm not sure why that is, but Pete Dunne had the message for The Fiend, but I think The Fiend is about to send his own message to Pete Dunne here. Bray Wyatt slowly making his way over to Pete Dunne, all a part of the mind games here. Taking this time, making his way over, looking for his sister Abigail here. But Pete Dunne gets out of the way. I'm not sure how wise that was. Pete Dunne again telling The Fiend to bring it. And again he runs in, but caught by The Fiend. Now The Fiend with his sister Abigail the second time. Without the theatrics, just plants Pete Dunne in the middle of the ring. And will this be what we see at the end of the Payback pay-per-view? We'll have to find out. We'll continue the SmackDown here, and as I mentioned earlier tonight, Sami Zayn is in action. That is because he has got the matchup he asked for. He went backstage and asked Shane McMahon for Goldberg at Payback pay-per-view. I'm not sure how wise that is. Obviously we saw Goldberg here tonight obliterate Sami Zayn's actions last week. But Sami Zayn's got a warm-up match here tonight with Murphy. Let's get Murphy out and get this match underway, and so Sami Zayn's going to get a little bit of momentum going his way before he takes on Goldberg at the pay-per-view. And one question I want to ask is, how much is Roman Reigns behind this, or just the bloodline in general? Because obviously Goldberg came back to go after Roman Reigns, and Goldberg has said that Reigns is scared of Goldberg because when Goldberg has come back he's won titles in the matchup that he's returned in. But Reigns has said that he's going to smash Goldberg at Payback whenever he's going to face him. It was going to be Payback, but obviously we found out Nakamura is going to be taking on Reigns at Payback. And also at Payback we will have, well, earlier tonight actually, we'll have Reigns, well later tonight, sorry, if I can't word that properly. Reigns will be in a matchup against Big E in his warm-up match for Nakamura at the pay-per-view. So let's get Murphy, let's get this matchup underway and see Sami Zayn, as I mentioned, we'll get some momentum going his way towards Payback before he takes on Goldberg. Goldberg and Murphy is going to get momentum going back his way. Obviously Murphy had some brief stints going after the US title when Rey Mysterio was US champion. Obviously Mysterio actually beat Buddy Murphy at Money in the Bank to win the vacated title. So we'll see if Murphy can get back to championship level here. As that Sami Zayn wants to get this matchup started quickly here as he runs in with a drop kick, brilliantly done by Sami. This is smart by Zayn going after Murphy early on in the match. Just to get the a little bit of advantage as he goes for the ground and pound here, and again here with the right hands there, and just a slap afterwards. A little bit of disrespect by Sami Zayn towards Murphy. Obviously Murphy is an incredible competitor here in WWE. Sami Zayn with the fisherman suplex into the middle of the ring, and again going in for the punches to the face of Murphy. And able to get a block up here. Murphy catched off guard, maybe that drop kick to the face straight early on, and maybe these punches have done a little bit more damage than we expect. Sami Zayn now just raining down the offense, and a knee right across the face. And I think the referee's going to start this match up official here. He's getting Sami Zayn and Murphy to stop fighting for a second, asking Murphy is that ready to compete, and Murphy has given the all clear. Not sure why that was so Murphy after what we're seeing at the start of this, and now Zayn with an uppercut. I thought Zayn might have been going for a forearm there, but he turned it around, or he switched last second for an uppercut, and now he just again goes into more punches to the face. And again back into the ground and pound here, similar to Roman Reigns, just looking to smash Murphy here. Obviously that's Roman Reigns' MO, maybe he's been taking some lessons from Reigns. And it's not many people better to take lessons from if you're going to take on Goldberg. As Murphy now getting back into this one, head smash into the corner, catches the drop kick, or a kick to the chest, that Zayn looked for. Kick right to the face, Murphy now back into the ring. Zayn rocked Murphy with a Hurricane Rana to Zayn here. And Murphy now just some wise words there for Zayn. I think it took too long here as Zayn now back into the matchup, and Zayn with a drop kick. I think that was right to the shoulder or to the chest. Didn't look like the best of connections for Zayn, but it looked like a painful connection for Murphy, as Murphy now blocks the takedown. Smart there from Murphy. Murphy runs in with a huge bro kick-esque kick there, just a bicycle kick to the face. So now Murphy with a Murphy combo here. Kick to the chest, stomp to the foot, and now knee to the jaw. I think Murphy could be thinking about putting this one away here, and if Murphy gets a victory, I've got to say Roman Reigns will be a bit disappointed in Sami Zayn, as Murphy now looking for Murphy's low middle of the ring, pretty much nowhere in the ropes. Sami Zayn for the pinfall. Murphy to pick up the victory. Zayn out at 2 3/4. As I mentioned, gotta imagine Sami Zayn's tribal chief Roman Reigns is looking on as Murphy with the STF locked in here. The STF locked in on Sami Zayn. Is Zayn gonna tap? Zayn getting the break and the elbow to the face, and Zayn again with the elbow to the face. And Zayn now looking for the blue thunderbar middle of the ring, not going for the pinfall here. This is wise by Zayn. Zayn now looking up into the corner, maybe thinking a lever kick here. Sami Zayn thinking about putting this one away. Sami Zayn misses the lever kick. Not sure how he missed it there, but he gets it on the second attempt. Luckily for him, that Murphy was dazed. I think Sami Zayn just angrily hit the second one, and now Zayn, we saw this to Goldberg. Sami Zayn going old school here, bringing back a maneuver that's put away many opponents down in the indie scene for Sami Zayn. And now Zayn hoisting up Murphy here, looking for the top rope brainbuster into the pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and Zayn picks up the victory. Heading to Payback pay-per-view when he's going to take on Goldberg. Not sure why it was for Sami Zayn, as I mentioned before the matchup started, to take on Goldberg, to get asked to that matchup to begin with. Obviously Sami Zayn wants to prove why he should be in the bloodline, and why he should be officially added to the faction, I guess, the team, the family of Roman Reigns and the Usos. As Zayn there hits an overkick, hits a top rope brainbuster, and gets the victory here before we head to Payback pay-per-view. But Sami Zayn clearly fitting the effects of Goldberg early tonight. We'll see if that's going to be a factor when we get to Payback, and let's get into our next match. And our next match is the main event. Here on SmackDown, Roman Reigns coming out first. As I mentioned, Reigns will be taking on Big E in his return to in-ring action. Obviously Reigns warming up for his matchup against Nakamura at Payback when he looks to defend his Universal Championship. And here comes the Tribal Chief, the end of level boss, the GOAT of WWE, the God, the man who's in God mode, as you can see there by his shirt. And it's hard to disagree with him after everyone he's put down here in WWE is taken down Edge, it's taken down Finn Balor to win that title at first, it's taken down so many great superstars when he's defended this title. And Nakamura could be could be another one on the end of that long list that Reigns has taken down. But let's get Big E out here and get this match up underway. Now this is a big moment for Big E obviously, because obviously Big E could pick up a good performance up against Roman Reigns and earn himself maybe a title shot himself if he puts up a good enough performance. Maybe Shane McMahon will reward Big E with maybe a US title shot up against Austin Theory, depending on what happens at Payback, obviously between Rey Mysterio and Austin Theory. Let's get this match up underway and see if Big E can put up a good performance up against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. And now where we go, and Big E is fired up here in his return, and so is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns looking for that uppercut early on, but Big E scouted it, a forearm to the side of the jaw. Now Big E looking for a belly suplex, but Roman Reigns scouted that to perfection there, just getting the block up, and now Reigns with the combination strikes, looking to get Big E into the corner, but Big E not going into the corner. How many men do you get to see do that to Roman Reigns? And again, Big E is showing how strong he is, taking down Roman Reigns there with ease. And now Big E, but belly to belly throw to Reigns into the pinfall. But not even a 1 count here on Reigns. Now Big E again, showcasing his incredible strength here. A little shout out to the New Day. And is it New Day in action for a while here? And Big E telling Reigns to get up and bring it. Big E fired up here. Roman Reigns perhaps stunned at the start that Big E has had in this match, and Big E again blocks Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is not in the form that you expected going into Payback, but also just Big E being in absolutely incredible form, and Paul Heyman there just showing why he is invaluable to Roman Reigns as Reigns now with the schoolboy hoists up. Big E would have set out powerbomb into the pinfall, but Big E at 1, sorry. Reigns obviously not too happy about that, looking to showcase his strength for himself here with a gut wrench and slams him down. And Reigns just into the ground and pounder we saw by Sami Zayn earlier tonight, and this is just the version of Roman Reigns, just the brawling style, just the ruthless punches rain down in the face of Big E. As you can see, Paul Heyman watches on at ringside, and Reigns again maybe looking to draw blood here from Big E. We've seen Reigns do that in the past. Reigns is not afraid of trying to do that. Not afraid of taking that one step too far, but Big E with a headbutt. It's not usually wise to trade headbutts with a Samoan, but Big E does that himself here. And now Big E with a ground and pound himself, and now Big E now again with some punches to the side of the face, right in front of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman watching on his shock maybe, and Big E's putting up this performance. Big E just absolutely fired up, more than we've ever seen him before in my opinion, here in WWE. Big E runs in, knocks down Reigns, but again, Paul Heyman is there. The one contributing factor of this title reign of Reigns is that Paul Heyman has been at ringside when he can be, distracting his opponent when there's an opportunity, and just leaving that opening for Reigns to get back into the match with that huge knee. Might have knocked the lights out of Big E. Reigns now into the corner. Now just with some body punches to the midsection, and now an uppercut. And Reigns now just digs the knee into the throat and the chest of Big E, just making him gasp for air. As you can see, Reigns not too happy that this match is going the way it's going, but Reigns, well, no, Reigns can turn it on out of nowhere. Well, no, Reigns can put a match up away in the blink of an eye. Reigns might be thinking about doing that here. Roman Reigns looking for the Superman punch with Big E. Out of the way here, Big E. Big E now with a belly to belly suplex again. Big E off the ropes with a Big E splash into the pinfall. And a 2 count on Reigns here. They're not looking good for Reigns with the form that Nakamura's in, trying to go garner for this opportunity. Big E now thinking about putting this one away, maybe thinking for the big ending. Calling for it here is Big E Gonna be able to get it here. Big E. A big ending. Middle of the ring. To beat the Tribal Chief. To beat the Universal Champion Roman Reigns. But Reigns are at 2.5. And Paul Heyman again here. Paul Heyman distracting Big E. Now Reigns looking for the guillotine. Looking for the guillotine on Big E. Is this going to be enough to put away Big E here? Reigns now. Looking for the guillotine, but Reigns letting go of the guillotine. I think he's noticed what Paul Heyman just thrown into the ring. Reigns just booted the referee. I think maybe he's just saying to the referee, what are you going to do about it? I'm the Tribal Chief, I'm the main man here in WWE, but Reigns is thinking about launching Big E into that steel chair, but the referee moved it away. It's good refereeing. I think Reigns is giving the referee a piece of his mind here. And Reigns now maybe thinking about the Superman punch for the second time. He obviously didn't get it the first time. Reigns running in. Changed his mind last second there. I think he realised that Big E might have been waiting for it. Big E. Kick to the kick to the leg, sorry. Now Reigns again with the punches. And this time dropping Big E with the uppercut and now going down with the lefts to the forehead of Big E. And now Reigns just looking to kick Big E in the face there. Reigns now, what's he thinking here? Reigns just trapping Big E in the corner, just raining with these huge clotheslines here, and a fourth one. Taking down Big E, and now Reigns, what's he thinking here? Reigns, whatever he's thinking, Big E had it countered. Big E with a 5-minute carry. But again, Paul Heyman at ringside, I got a question, when is the referee going to take action? When is the referee going to get Big E out from ringside? Big E turns around, Reigns into a schoolboy. Rope break though. But Reigns is orientating Big E here. Reigns with despair. And it could be it here. 1, 2. Big E able to get the shoulder up last second. I think that might have been a play by Roman Reigns just to catch Big E off guard. Reigns calling for the ending here. Reigns looking to put this match up underway. It's been a good show by Big E, but Paul Heyman has shown how invaluable he is to the Tribal Chief as he hits a Superman punch, and Reigns just asking the crowd to acknowledge him here. I'm not sure they are, but Reigns won't really care as Reigns now looking to put this match up away with a spear. But Reigns is not done here. Roman Reigns looking to send a statement to Nakamura before Payback, looking in the guillotine, looking to make Big E pass out here. Is Big E going to tap or pass out? Big E choosing to tap before passing out. Smartly done it by Big E, you got to say. And Roman Reigns is victorious, but Big E might have just put himself in a serious contendership. Maybe the US title could be somewhere that Big E goes for. Maybe he's going to come back for the Universal title with the performance he's put on it. And I always had a match won on multiple occasions. You've got to say, Paul Heyman wasn't at ringside. Would Big E have beaten Roman Reigns? That's a question people are going to be asking. But at the end of the night, anything we're going to be saying is that Roman Reigns is victorious, and we'll see you guys at Payback pay-per-view. And Merry Christmas to everyone watching this video.